Welcome to a somber episode
Boy.
of gang stalking. Your refuge from nurses dancing. Your single solitary place where you can go. Your little corner. Well, I guess we just actually showed a bunch of nurses dancing, so never mind. I didn't think that one.
Our whole goal was to be the last rescue.
It was your last refuge. So sorry about that one, but you sometimes you got to face your fears.
Yeah, I mean this is horrifying. I see you brought this up.
You didn't believe me, did you?
No, like this seems like boomer shit that Declan shouldn't even be observing something, but you somehow stumbled into it, and it seems it's worse than I thought.
That's a new one. That's not even. I just saw that one today. I've seen at least 5 more. Not specifically of the Samoa dance, whatever it's fucking called. That's the worst one so far, by far. Yeah, it's a stupid fucking dance. So that one really hit me hard. But
I'm gonna keyframe all those people into Hobbs and Shaw, and at the very end of Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh yeah. Worst part of that movie too. It ruins everything, really. Soccer games, islands, nations. What'd you post? Oh, you're posting photos of Barack Obama eating stuff.
I'm pretty into it now.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. He was campaigning for a long time.
Yeah, he did do it twice, man.
He did. Now this one he's got hot sauce. That's just racist.
What? Everybody loves Louisiana hot sauce.
I didn't know that was a thing either, but yeah, apparently black people and hot sauce is a thing, which is similar to the fried chicken thing, which is like everyone likes that. Why is that a thing? But it is I guess.
I thought hot sauce was kind of conflated with neckbeardism now.
No.
I thought hot sauce I guess it's the collection of hot sauce rather than just owning a singular bottle.
Yeah, I mean the craft hot sauces that you get in the hot sauce store that's like local, and it's called Ass Blaster 5000 or whatever. That's I guess a white thing, but
it has no flavor.
If you're a presidential, like Hillary says she liked hot sauce and she was accused of pandering to black people, which she probably was, but that's a specific thing that I didn't know about.
Hillary Clinton is a robot that information about voter bases comes in one ear, and then she just transfers that into pandering in some capacity.
It's like every one of these photos of Obama eating is like perfect, and it's definitely because like he knows exactly every move is calculated. Like Hillary was on some like black radio show, and they asked her one thing she always keeps in her purse, and she immediately, without missing a beat, says hot sauce. And I know that shit's not true.
Yeah, she was. Well, she's hitting the dab on the Ellen show and shit. Like it's.
Well, I mean, they were showing her the dab on the show. It's not like she had that one loaded up. I think.
Yeah.
I hope not. She might have, or they told her before, and like, okay, we're gonna do this thing with your arms, okay? And then they had to teach her for 15 minutes, and she was like,
"Will this become a meme?
Will this go viral? Can we make this one go viral?"
The man Barack Obama had a presence. Obviously these are all staged, but it's effortless. It's effortless. There's this man just exuded.
I mean, it's so obvious that the photographer's like, "Ooh, got to get this cute one of him sucking on a little straw," Yeah. Meanwhile, Michelle Bachmann is fucking 8 inches deep on this fucking corn dog.
She's double fisting.
The millisecond she rolls her eyes back, it's like, "Oh, got it. Ching! Done. I'm going home. I just made $1 million."
To be fair, if I had to be in a super canned photo, or I need to be seen in my natural state where I'm just like, can I put both corn dogs in my mouth at the same time? I'm going corn dog mode. This is just the way I am, though.
Welcome to Spring Part 2, going corn dog mode.
It's impossible you can't read the news now. It's just there is no. Obviously, this is like the most base level, fucking almost obvious thing, but um, I I keep allowing myself to be surprised by headlines because at this point they're basically they just start with like, oh yeah, so Trump is basically retarded, like just like it's
so
really
basically.
It's really not that far off. It's like so Trump is pretty much an idiot.
Yeah, and then it's just a joke he said.
yeah. It's fucking impossible. These were simpler times when Barack Obama would go around eating ice cream.
Yeah, remember that 6-month period where he didn't say anything and he just ate ice cream. Like, ice cream's great with the kids now. You got to be eating ice cream. It's like, well, okay, I guess it's I guess I will do that.
If he was campaigning in 2020, he'd be like, "Sorry, kids, sorry I'm late for this press conference. I was playing Fortnite."
It's just be photos of him eating ass in public. He's very cutely eating ass.
He's got a straw.
Yeah, he's felching.
Here he is with a stack of pizzas.
I just nailed a photo of Obama felching at the Ohio State Fair, the Idaho County Fair. Like, he's not holding the pizzas because he has to. They gave him the pizzas. Like, oh, we can take a picture of you holding the pizzas.
Of course.
He's surrounded by these Persian men. These Turkish fucking.
A whole lot of money. There's somebody paid a whole lot of money to make he. Okay, go ahead.
These back alley Turkish brawlers surrounding him for some reason.
That's the Secret Service, bro.
I know, but he looks like he's in fucking. He's bringing pizza to Eastern Europe like a colonist, like bringing people corn or whatever.
There's a man
potatoes.
There's a man making $200,000 a year. Just his whole job is making sure that if there's a food item near Barack Obama, he is the one that holds it and eats it.
Yeah,
he's just constantly shoving shit into his.
Well, he's out of a job now, but
he's still got a social media presence, I'm sure.
He's on hold. Yeah, he's on furlough.
Do you want to know about Obama and Trump's favorite foods?
No.
I can't because Insider.com is blocking me.
Darn it.
Well,
one day.
Next time.
Oh, yeah, next fucking time, man. Yeah, this is a spring part 2 anime.
I'm looking at the thumbnail. This is a cursed image for sure.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Hashtag cursed.
All right.
Yeah. Part 2. We're going with the, a sensible thing would have been like to do like 8 shows. We're going to go with a slightly less sensible 14, 6, and 6 or something, I'm thinking. So hopefully this one's a little shorter, sweeter. But we watched a bunch more anime from this season, yes. Spring 2020. Starting with Gal to Kyouryuu. Yes. My roomie is a dino. Gal is Japanese for whore, and dino is dino's just dino. That translation, as far as I can tell, is correct.
Yeah.
I said that Arte was the worst show so far, and I for this one I said I feel like I'm going to regret what I said about Arte. But this is a manga adaptation. Space Neko Company is back. Space Neko Company and Kamikaze Doga, the makers of Pop Team Epic and Batman Ninja. Everybody.
Okay. Yep. All right. Yeah. Checks out. That's. Yep. Okay.
So I'm looking up stuff about this show, and all the promo art looks like Bitmojis. It's like I was like, what's going on? In my notes, I've written might go nuclear, so I'm on the edge here. This is one of those shows where obviously your first impression is going to be, how is this 24 minutes? Just how?
There was an eye catch that happened halfway through, and I was just begging it to be.
Oh yeah, no, you're just like if this was 6 minutes, I'd be like, geez, wow, pretty ambitious, guys. So you could see the Pop Team Epic influence, except bad. Yeah,
It's like It's like if somebody tried to do a pop team epic.
Yeah.
It's like if you just completely missed the mark and missed the things that were funny about pop team epic. If you didn't have jokes, really.
Except he makes funny face. So yeah, this first half is just that same sort of if you watch Pop Team Epic, those segments that they did, it looks like that. With this girl and this cartoon dinosaur that makes smiley faces, and
it doesn't emote enough. It has one face.
It has like two faces. It's like very worried and very excited.
And that's like, it's not endearing because it's just those two faces, and like I don't get anything else out of it.
It's kind of weird.
Maybe I'm thinking about this too much.
And then it's like there's this minute-long segment that's a very poorly hidden time waster that would be. It was like it would have been relaxing, like almost ASMR, if it weren't for the extremely harsh sound effects.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Those are literally literally just stalling. The dinosaur is scared of cats. And then we get to the second half of the episode.
Oh God!
And it's supposed to be December 25th. It's supposed to be Christmas, and there's still leaves on the trees. They didn't even plan ahead and get location shots at the right season. But it turns into live action with people, and first of all, it goes on for so long that it started to become funny for me because
I was wondering where the bit was. I'm like just waiting for the punchline.
Well, it's like, oh, okay, this bit's live action, that's funny, and then it keeps going, and then it keeps going, and then it keeps going, and at some point, the bit became. It hates me, the viewer, so much that I started to respect it. I was like, okay, the entire 12 minutes of live action with this old guy and this guy in a dinosaur outfit, and they keep playing the dance hall air horn as a sound effect, and that was the first actual laugh out loud for me. Was they just play that fucking horn all of a sudden, and also tons of straight up lightsaber noises.
I was waiting for the Pop Team Epic girls to burst through the screen. I was just waiting for them to explode through and be like, "You just got punked, motherfucker."
Right? Yeah.
And it just never came.
Nope.
It's the kind of thing that would be lampooned in a Pop Team Epic.
And like, they start out. It's this live action old guy doing the same bits from the first half of the episode with the gal, but just redoing them in live action, and then it keeps going, and he starts doing bits that you haven't seen yet, and it's like, wait, what? Yes. And it managed to at least take me by surprise.
It's baffling.
It kept going. I just kept expecting it to stop because bits keep ending, and then it just keeps fucking going, and they keep playing the horn. And then he gets a extremely painful stomach ache and like doubles over and collapses, and then the episode ends. And then a J-pop guy closes a book, and then that's at the end of the episode, and then there's an ED. So I don't know, man.
Random is funny.
I mean that it's almost, I don't know. There were some parts that I was baffled that I was sort of confused by, which I guess is the point. But
did not work for me at all. The only sequences that I liked in the entire thing were the kind of like fake pseudo miniature sequences, just because I like that aesthetic. I think it looks nice. Everything else completely fell flat for me.
It just could have been so much shorter.
Yeah. Or they could have completely omitted the live action stuff, or intermingled the live action with the animated stuff, or had the differences between the live action and the animated stuff have some sort of like be integrated in some way, where it's like there's significance to the fact that they're different, and it's humorous that they're different in different ways. I don't know. I was very frustrated with this dinosaur and this Kyouryuu.
Well, you didn't have to put up with him for that long. Just switches to some old guy, and he dies.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a weird one, but it's less weird than it's trying to be. So I don't know. It's still kind of weird.
Missed the mark.
A little bit. I watched a show called Otome Game no Hametsu Flag shika Nai Akuyaku Reijou ni Tensei shiteshimatta. That's what it is.
Nice.
Which means my next life as a villainess, all routes lead to doom. This is some Fujo shit by Silverlink.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, light novel. It's another Florence setting. Because bitches love that shit. And
you said that you loved that shit. It just didn't turn out the way you wanted it to.
Yes.
It's a neat idea for a setting.
Sure. So, based on the title, she becomes the villainess in an Otome game, like a male harem game. I said I would only take a note when something in this show contradicts my predictions of it, so I don't have many notes. Because based on the title, you kind of get a lot of it. She has a shiny forehead, so it's like an isekai, but instead of being suddenly transported into the Otome game, she is like an 8 or 10-year-old girl, and she suddenly remembers her past life when she gets hit in the head. So she's just been like reincarnated more than like transported into this world. But she has like a because she's like royalty and she's getting courted at a young age to be married off. She has a suitor named Keith.
Okay, I was going to ask if there were any good names, good European names.
Yeah, Keith.
Classic European name.
Kyouryuu. Maybe that's a pun because it's like kiss. So it ended up being sort of oddly touching because like she's subverting her, carved out route as this evil, nasty woman, and she's nice to Keith instead of turning him against her, like because she remembers playing this game in her previous life as a Japanese nerd. She was a girl, but I guess she was a fujoshi. So it's like her kind of it's like a life do-over show. It's kind of nice.
Wish fulfillment. That's nice. Yeah, it does sound nice.
Yeah. So she she knows that he's gonna like be resentful of her because of something she did. I'm already fuzzy on this, but she apologizes to him and like changes the route of things. So
I can imagine if you're a girl who likes cute dudes, and you want just something that's a little wish fulfillment-y, that sounds like it could be appealing.
Yeah. So at some point she's gonna meet like the heroine of the game, right? So because she's the villainess, and yeah, this whole first episode is just Keith drama, but I kind of actually liked it though. So I don't know.
There you go.
Yeah, it
doesn't sound bad.
Not bad, honestly. So there you go. Here's a big one. Sam wanted to talk about this one. Too bad, fucker.
You're not here.
Yeah. Yesterday wo Utatte. He deserves it. He pronounced it all weird the other night. He was like, the only show I care about is Yesterday wo Ototo. It's like there's no Ototo in this. There's no little brothers. Well, I guess there's one, but that's not until like episode 3. Sing Yesterday for me. I hope that it might be one of those shows where the title doesn't make sense until like the very end. I like those. I like it when that happens because I have no idea what that has to do with this show. Doga Kobo doing a somber drama.
That's probably what threw him off guard. Where he's like, I want to cover Yesterday Wo de Gokobobo.
Yeah.
Chocobo.
Yesterday Wo Chocobo. You remember like Final Fantasy like 13-2 or something had a metal song about riding chocobos?
No, I don't.
It was very silly. We'll go out on that one.
Perfect.
Let me look that up so I remember.
Remember when Final Fantasy 13's protagonist's name was Lightning?
That's not nearly the weirdest thing about.
Well, it's also like
there's also lightning returns.
Oh,
yeah.
And then she got a gun sword.
Is she Cloud's daughter? Is that why Lightning?
I don't think it takes place in the same world, but I have no knowledge of Final Fantasy 13.
You'd think they would have some connection. I don't know.
Remember when Final Fantasy 15 came out?
And people liked it, but it had been 10 years in the making, so it was like...
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm getting off topic here. Just thinking about Final Fantasy games. I played 1. I played 4. And that's the only one I've ever played. And I don't know what the appeal is. I don't know if I could ever dump like 100 hours into a JRPG
it's
ever
a JRPG,
again.
JRPG, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're probably... I played a lot of... I played 13 until the part where people say it got good, and then I stopped. But I got it on PC. I should pick that back up. And people even like that new one, even though it's like a fifth of Final Fantasy VII. Part 4 is just going to be 40 hours of Aerith getting stabbed.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be just nothing but cutscenes and also snowboarding.
He's gonna do
a backflip while cross-dressing over Aerith getting murdered.
We had to make some. We had to crunch it up a little bit.
Well, yeah, because like, you know, we realized that 3 games was too ambitious and people's attention spans are so short. We just shoved all the most iconic sequences into one little bit.
Oh man,
it's everything you want. we hope you like it.
I did like it. Yesterday wo Utatte is a manga by Kei Tome. This manga lasted 18 years.
Oh my god.
And it's going to be 18 episodes. It went from 95 to 98 to 2015, I think. Something like that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And they're making an adaptation now for some reason, which is crazy. So I think there's still only a normal number of chapters, so maybe it was like monthly. I don't know. No, that would still be too much. I don't know. But yeah, like muted color scheme and mature drama for Dogakobo, which is very unusual. I like the character design a lot. That was my first impression. I like the spiky haired gal a lot. But it starts off with our main character, who's like a post-collegiate guy. He's working at this combini.
This guy's concerned that 6 months out of college, he doesn't have anything going on. Meanwhile, here I am, 3 years out of college, and you don't even know.
You've been doing the thing that you went to college for, though, basically.
Yeah, to a degree. To a degree.
The show opens on an alarm clock, by the way. Which is a no-no. Come on, guys. Unless you're Disappearance of Haruhi, don't start your show. Don't start with an alarm ringing. And also, I didn't like his self-narration up front, because he's being way too verbose with himself in a weird way. But he's working at this combini, and this girl walks up, and she's fucking so goddamn cute.
See, she's got the manic pixie dream girl thing going on.
Well, yes, definitely, but it's okay because she's cute, and she has a crow on her shoulder.
I also love her hair.
Her hair's her boots. It's perfect 90s girl.
It's evoking something, but it's not. I can't pinpoint exactly what it is. It's in line with that type of like character design. She's the girl version of a 9 Inch Nails album. I don't know. It's industrial girl. Yeah. Just late 90s, like post Lane girl. Lane grew up to be this basically. She's even got the crow. So she's here, and I couldn't tell if that was his first time meeting her, because he went into Tsukomi mode way too quickly, like he was being the straight man instantly. He's just so grumpy with her. Mm-hmm. And she's immediately somewhat manic and pixie about everything. Mm-hmm. But he graduated 6 months ago, and he broke up with a lady or something at the end of college. And this other lady is back in town, and she's nice. I like her too, but she's supposed to be the boring one, I guess, because she's normal. She doesn't have a crow. The other one's not even that. I love this setup. I love this setup so much. It's so simple, but it's also like, you know, okay, my life's shit right now, but then it's such a simple motivation to get the plot motion of the girl that you were into in college moved back into town. it's so real. It's perfect. I love it.
Yeah. The one thing I'm concerned about is it's gonna go on for so long, and I was like looking at like people who have read the manga are like, this is it seems like it's gonna be one of those back and forth fucking romance dramas like Kids on the Slope or something, where it just fucking goes on forever. And I read what happens at the ending, and it's just some people think it's just a huge fucking waste of time, but I've liked the first few episodes a bunch.
It's got a great tone. It's which I think is almost kind of a non-statement, really, but like it's really grounded, and I just love it. Evokes something. It evokes that kind of NUE. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the pixie girl isn't even like she's. It's not like she thinks of herself that way, but she does have a clear like. She has this character trait that she shares with him, which is that they're both people who avoid responsibility and conflict, and at least this first episode is about that. And even in this first episode, he has this little mini arc where he decides like, no, fuck that, and he goes in and confesses to the boring college girl, and is immediately rejected. And also the two girls know each other. One's a high school student and one's the teacher who used to be the girl's teacher, but then she left school. She was suspended because she worked in a bar. And at the end, for his cone, he has a friend, a Konbini friend who works with him, and he wants him to take a picture for his shitty cassette tape band, and he takes a picture of Crow Girl, which is a good back of the album. I want to have a cool Crow Girl on the back of my shitty indie band record.
It's these they're just, again, like in the down to earth element, like, okay, this band's never going to take off, and he acknowledges the fact that his band is like super, mediocre. We're a bunch of amateurs, but it still would be cool to take a photo that's on the back of your friend's album cover. Like, that's just some cool kind of grimy indie shit. and I've known a lot of people like through various jobs that are involved in the arts in that capacity, and it's still meaning in that. And I just related to this in a lot of ways. I don't know. Maybe it's the photography connection or something. I've heard so many fucking fruit flies in my apartment out of goddamn nowhere, and I had no idea where the fuck they came from. They're just, I have all my lights off right now because it was bright out earlier. Now it's fucking dark, and I'm just staring at my monitor, and they're all attracted to my monitor for some reason. And it's been like this for weeks. It's been like this for weeks. I don't know where these could possibly be coming from. My apartment's immaculate right now. Oh, fucking spring.
Yeah, I don't. You got like a gap under your door or something?
Yeah, I do actually. Do.
Yeah, if there's good smells in there, they're gonna love that.
It's 420 tomorrow.
Oh my god. Oh no, I'm fresh out. I'm gonna have to snort pure amphetamine sulfate instead.
Yeah, and it's your first day of work, no less.
Oh my god, you're right.
How lame is that?
Oh no, it's the opposite of 420. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Yeah. I just to wrap up. I don't know if you finished your summation of this. I feel like everybody's probably seen this shit already, but I loved the first episode so much. I like that I like that there's a self-contained arc in the first episode.
Yeah.
And it's like setting up the rest of the show. And I feel like a lot of the time things are left so open, but you already know, you have a good idea of where things are going, and you still get the resolution to some degree of him making the decision to no longer, avoid conflict. Wonderful. This is my favorite thing I've seen so far this season.
I think it's the only thing we've liked so far.
Yeah.
Have we said anything good about any previous shows?
I had one that I liked a little bit more than you did.
You liked Namio Kitekure. You Listen to the Waves, the radio one.
Yes, I did like that because
yes.
The lady was such a hot mess.
You like that trashy bitch.
Yes.
Cool.
Hold on. Before we get to the next one, I'm going to get myself another drink.
Okay.
Super cash. I'm almost going to turn my lights on so these flies will get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You got anything fermenting? They like vinegar. They like stuff that's just rotten. Got a nasty sink. He can't hear me. If you're a girl and you listen to this podcast and you have a crow on your shoulder and you have spiky hair, our email address is podcast@gangstalking.com.
All right.
Do you have anything like fermenting? You got any like funky shit these flies would like? Got any like vinegar?
No, my only thought is that maybe something's going wrong with one of my plants. I don't know if that would cultivate fruit flies necessarily, but they might enjoy the rot or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
But even that, like the one that was looking a little sad is turned around and is looking great now. So I don't really have any sort of idea. Old apartment, it's like fucking built in the 50s or whatever. Who knows?
My shit's a fortress.
Yeah,
nothing gets in here.
Occasional
spider. But
yeah, that's what I pay for the kitschiness of my place. Anyway, also by the way, if you're interested in if you're a bargain hunter like me when it comes to whiskey, and you see the Jim Beam repeal batch on your shelf at your liquor store, don't buy it. It's not good. Not good. There is no top note in this whiskey at all. Maybe I'm just spoiled because I'm so used to drinking like Evan Williams 1783.
High quality.
Well, no, but
whiskey,
that's the best bargain.
Oh, definitely. It's the best bargain, yeah.
Evan Williams 1783, Old Granddad 114, and then like the premium, like the top end of the bargain whiskeys is Wild Turkey 101.
Sure.
Which is probably not even cheap where you are.
Yeah, it's like an average like $30 bottle.
That bottle's stellar. Just stay away from. I had like the baseline Jim Beam because I drank it on an airplane once because I was like, I'm gonna get wasted on this flight. So I've got a bunch of like little mini bottles to take on with me because those you could check those in your bag.
Nice.
And that was like just basically syrup. And this is not very good either. So.
What's a top note? Why is it bad? What's going on?
It's just it doesn't. It doesn't hit you with immediate taste. No, there's not even a burn to it. It's all aftertaste.
Weird.
Which I suppose people would consider to be smooth, but I need something a little bit more powerful.
Is it supposed to taste like old style, like speakeasy whiskey? Here's like bathtub whiskey.
Maybe, but like if it was like speakeasy whiskey, it's probably not even going to be aged. It's all going to be just unaged, straight out of probably white whiskey, honestly.
Well, I mean, yeah, like they're not gonna give you green whiskey, but I don't know. Yeah, like a low amount of age, high ABV. I don't know what they were doing in the 30s.
We should move on.
Yeah. I had you watch that new Digimon.
I chose to watch this Digimon. You didn't have this note.
Oh, I planned on it, but yeah, you caught my error,
yes.
And yeah. So
Digimon full colon.
Digimon full colon.
It's Digimon Adventure colon, dude.
Full colon. What is that? I don't know where you got that from.
Well, the title of it is Digimon Adventure, and then there's a colon afterwards.
What's full?
Like this.
Why full?
Like that.
Okay.
That's what it said. That's the title of the show.
Did you not say full colon?
I did say full colon, as opposed to a semicolon.
Oh. Okay, yeah. I forgot that it's called a full colon. Yeah, it's reboot time. Digimon Adventure. 2020.
Yep.
Still Toei. But it's a different director. This one is a Precure guy. As far as I can tell, it's his first time as a straight-up series director. The original director of Digimon Adventure also did Season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh! I didn't know that.
Oh, that's an ugly ass fucking.
Yeah.
Seen a couple episodes of that. This shit's rough.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't like the new CG Toei cat. I haven't seen that yet, I don't think.
Off-putting, huh?
I don't like it. It's like, shouldn't you animate that? You animate everything.
You don't even got CG dinosaurs in this one. This is straight up. This like they got actual Digimon 2D here.
Yeah. No, they
But the
couldn't.
cat's Ichi for some reason.
Ugh. You want to talk about Digimon?
Sure, man. Well, yeah. So Digimon, digital monsters.
Digital monster.
Um,
What's the
so
Digimon? Digital monsters.
Digimon are the champions. Change into digital champions to save the digital world. Um, so uh, basically, yeah, this is a reboot of Digimon.
Adventure.
It's Digimon Adventure, and it's essentially kind of taking the plot of our war game, um, which you might know
Which
for
is an arc of Digimon that was also made into a movie, right?
it is just a movie.
Oh,
It is a standalone feature film, which was then adapted and retrofitted into a film in the West that we got as Digimon the
as
movie.
1/3 of Digimon the movie, right?
Correct. The middle
Okay.
segment,
Yeah.
which is
Which is also Summer
is it
Wars.
Mamoru Hosoda?
Yes, correct.
Um, and they essentially took elements of that and incorporated it into this, where
It's weird that it's a reboot with a different plot.
it's a reboot that takes probably one of the more iconic Digimon storylines and converts it into the origin. So Tai or
Yeah.
Taichi is the
His name is
protagonist.
his name is Taichi.
Taichi.
Huh.
Taichi?
Okay, Taichi. That's sort
Taichi,
of
yeah.
okay. I guess I get that.
And he's just getting packed to get ready to go to camp, which is kind of a fake out because in the original Digimon Adventure, they're out on a summer camp when they get sucked into the digital world for seemingly no reason. But he's getting ready. He's packing to go to camp, and his sister and mom, his hot single mom, are they are going elsewhere
His
in the city.
suckable single mom.
Yeah, it's succulent, delicious, supple, milky.
She's a stick, but yes, I agree.
They're elsewhere in the city, getting on a subway train to go to take his sister somewhere for an exam, I think. And as he's getting packed, there's his upstairs neighbor, Izumi or Izzy in the West, comes down to tell him about some news that's going on.
And also introduce himself. Be like, hey,
yes,
I am this guy. Here's some news.
the subway line, the one that coincidentally Taichi's sister and mom are on, is going off the rails because of some sort of digital virus. That one of the overarching things in this is the net. Like we've gone from the digital world being a completely separate entity to being a manifestation of the internet as we know it. And there are apparently monsters in the internet now, and one of these monsters is taking over the subway and wreaking some havoc, very much in the vein of our war game,
and also Persona 5.
Right. And maybe I have not played Persona 5. I know nothing about it.
Yes.
I think they're thieves. I think they're thieves in that one.
Yes, they are.
There's a cat.
Real quick, have you seen that video of that bitch on the news being like, the coronavirus is like a computer virus, but for people?
What?
They got a fucking health expert to say that shit. Oh god.
It was. What I was thinking about recently is nobody can start a fire. If you just, I mean, not that I can, but like fire was like the basis of human life for thousands of years, and it was like a coming of age thing to at some degree know how to,
like without a lighter.
Right, exactly. Like you needed to know how to start a fire. Like you needed to have some sort of method of starting a fire. And if you took away all lighters right now, almost nobody would be able to start a fire from scratch, which is crazy to me.
I'm very few. I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, if I probably have a 9-volt battery somewhere, if I got some steel wool probably somewhere, that'll start a fire real easy. I mean, I know how to do like the stick with a string and make a bow thing.
Sucks.
Yeah, it sucks, but like you could probably do it eventually. If you had like some
really
newspaper.
you want like flint or like a really hard rock and then a piece of steel. That's probably the one that would work the best as far as like if you needed the most kind of bare bones method, you don't have access to a battery or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like a piece of steel that you can get that shit ripping real fast.
Yeah, assuming I don't also have electricity, like, in my stove or whatever.
We should do that next time we're in the woods. We should try to use steel to start a fire.
Just making fire from scratch.
Because like last time, there was a time when we went to the Adirondacks with Steven, who I guess people don't, on this podcast, nobody's heard Steven. Our friend Steven. There was this one time we went and I just could not get a fire started to save my fucking life. And he got one going pretty fast because we had lighter fluid on hand. But like, really, I mean, we could have had that shit really easy if we just gotten some dried out, reeds or whatever, or like just any number of things laying around, some punk wood.
Yeah, I've watched Primitive Technology. He doesn't even make a bow. He just uses his fucking hands and rubs a stick really fucking fast, which is insane. So, I mean, I know that is possible if you have the endurance. You can do that. If you have you just need like a block of wood with a little notch in it and some really 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 light tinder, like lint almost below it.
Yeah. Or some very thin wispy bark, which works pretty well, like birch.
Sure.
But anyway, Digimon. The opposite of Primitive Technology, the future with net.
Yeah.
So Taichi, his mom's in trubs, so he runs to the subway
I gotta
station.
save my sexy mom.
I gotta save my banging hot mom, otherwise their cans are gonna go away. And because he's so in love with his mom that he's willing to risk his life. He's willing to risk his life. He is imbued with the power of the Digimon, and he gets sucked into the net. And he meets Agumon, his Digimon partner, and they team up to destroy the virus that was taking over the subway. And that's the end of the episode, basically. They stop the subway craziness and save his family. And just when you think it's over, no, there's some crazy shit going on in the United States.
To America, yeah.
Our missile technology has been taken over by a malicious Digimon. And as if any of our nuclear facilities are in any way up
connected
to date
to the internet.
Yeah. As if it's not using reel-to-reel tape.
Yeah, they're not using floppies, 28-inch floppies.
And that's the setup for the next episode. Also, Matt, I don't know what his name is in Japan. In the West, he's Matt. We don't hear his name in this one yet. And Matt shows up. And they gotta go to America to fight Digimon again, I guess. Yeah, it's I don't know, interesting to take one of the more iconic Digimon stories and convert that into the origin story.
Yeah,
it looks pretty nice.
The fight was okay. It was animated.
You threw some money at this thing.
I understand that if it's a kids show, kids don't care about good, well-paced origin stories. They want to get into the fucking action. So it's not really for me, but I was just like, man, that guy just shows up at his door and then suddenly they're in the internet for no reason. It's like, all right.
Yeah, and then there's also we're on to mega, whatever the third level of Digivolution is,
Sure.
Going, he's a Greymon.
There's no slow rollout like Super Saiyans. Yeah. I still, it's Digimon designs are still just so terrible and gross. They're so unlovable. They're just the most 90s shit ever. They're just disgusting. And the character's got the big hands.
Yeah, because he's like, the big hands is a huge thing. Because there's a close-up shot of Taichi. He's on the phone with his mom, and his hand is like half the frame.
So much bigger than his face, his head, his body.
Clearly, nobody's ever done the retard test with him, where it's like retarded if your face is bigger than your hand.
You got cancer. I got cancer and I'm retarded. Oh no.
He's a serious mark for that. He's got to watch out.
It's gonna be an entire arc. He just puts his hand on his face.
Here's the thing I never realized, or maybe this is the change. I always thought that the goggles and the headband were one singular entity, but it turns out that his goggles and headband are two pieces.
Of course. Yeah. No.
I thought that they were one piece.
Oh no, One Piece is a different show.
Yeah, One Piece is the friendship that we found. Have we found One Piece yet?
No, of course not.
Have we found One Piece yet?
The direction of the show is a little weird. There's a lot of insanely wide shots at seemingly inappropriate times. Like it'll just be like 30 feet away.
Sure.
I don't know. Baby Flame. Oh yeah, the move names. Those are silly.
Mega Flame.
I've written Sweater Boy. Oh right, he shows. That's Matt at the end there. Mm-hmm. He gets cucked or something, right? Or he cucks him. Something happens.
He cucks him. He takes the girl.
Matt takes the girl.
Matt takes the girl.
Right. Wait, is the girl a sister though?
No.
Oh, that's different. No. Okay.
There's a different girl.
Gotcha.
That's Kyouryuu. Kyouryuu, what's her name?
There's steel drums in the OST.
Yes, that was something that there's some marimbas or something going on, which I have to say, I'm not opposed to steel drums in my soundtrack.
No, not at all.
No, that's summer vibes, bro. We're talking summer vibing, homie. I'm getting a serious summer vibe from this track. This is the song of the summer for sure. I don't know.
Digimon summer vibes.
That's a YouTube playlist for sure. That's just like to bring back retro wave playlist. It's them but with pink and purple tones everywhere.
It's probably pretty good, yeah.
I don't know. I think they're pretty true to the original designs of the characters, but maybe a little sharper, not so lumpy as they once were. It seems like a serviceable reboot of Digimon. I'm sure it'll be good for a new generation of kids.
Neat.
I was thinking about the difference between the Pokemon anime and the Digimon anime.
Have you seen that new those Pokemon shorts, Pokemon Twilight or something?
No, what is that?
It's just really well animated, like Pokemon. I just watched episode 4 with Nessa, and it's actually extremely good.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because I remember they've done a couple of more like mature
Twilight Wings, it's called.
Pokemon or the Origin or whatever. They were doing like retellings of like the original games or something that they put a little bit more money into and looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Pokemon Twilight Wings, huh? Is it a limited series?
There's been 4 episodes so far. I assume it's going to be pretty limited because it's just like short bios of all the characters. So it's like the origin stories and stuff. I just watched the one with Nessa because she's fucking hot.
Done by Studio Colorido.
Sure.
Nice.
I think there's something this season by Colorido.
Is it Burn the Witch? It's a movie. That's a movie.
It's a movie.
Oh, this looks nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, I was thinking about the difference between the Pokemon and the Digimon anime, and I think the difference is that the Digimon anime has stakes in some level, whereas Pokemon anime does not at all ever.
Sometimes he's in the Elite Four and he loses. Actually, he won.
Yeah, but that's like just pretty much Saturday morning cartoon. They both kind of do that, but Digimon, there's like an antagonist and an overall goal that needs to be achieved in each season. Okay. Whereas with Pokemon, it's just doing the same thing every time. Whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
Moving on.
G-Rocket is blasting off again. I watched Mewkledreamy.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? I asked myself. Well, it's a character franchise created by Sanrio. You know Sanrio.
Oh, good. Of course.
Launched in 2017. Animated by JC Staff. The director of Golden Time and Higurashi and Umineko. It's a lady. So,
okay.
The character design, I was trying to figure out if it had any relationship with Aikatsu or Precure or any of those, because
I was thinking it looks like Precure.
The look reminds me a lot of them, but as far as I could tell, it doesn't really. So I started watching it, and it's pretty cute and nice. These little guys are not what's on the screen right now, but it starts off with like in Fairy World, and there's like these little. Almost.
The cat! Oh, look at that cat!
Look at that cat! All prim.
Oh my god! I want to pet it.
Yeah. It starts off in like Fairy World, and there's almost these little like chibi elf things, like Santa's elves almost. They're I don't know what they're doing, but everything is sparkling, and this cat falls into this girl's house, and it talks to her, and it's typical hijinks where she's surprised that there's now a talking stuffed animal in her house.
Sure.
And this first episode is about like, she also has a hot mom, very much like Taichi's mom, but her mom gets like infected with like an evil cat version of this cat that makes her go wild and do everything she wants. So she yells at everyone at work and buys a ton of stuff, and then main girl has to transform and go into her mom's dreams. It's called Mewkledreamy because they go into dreams and fix her mom. So then they're gonna pair up and go to people's dreams and fix their stuff, and it's just insanely colorful. And there's a male friend who's like, it's not really a love interest. They're just hanging out.
This looks fluffy like Sanrio stuff.
Yep, super.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Some of the dialogue is weirdly fast, but it's just sort of the opening's fun. It's pretty fun. It's nice. It's for children though, you know.
Oh, it's okay. It's straight up for kids. I was wondering if this was like a teen girl thing or a child thing.
I'm gonna say tween, maybe like 10-year-old girl.
Okay. Yeah. That's
because it's just about this.
Huh.
The girl is, I think, entering her first year of middle school, which would make her 12.
The cats are cute. I gotta say, I like the blue one. She's got a cheeky little sort of bead thing going around her ear. I like all the cats. What am I saying? They're all pretty cute.
They're cute cats.
They're cute cats. Oh, that one's got a little bandana.
Everyone's cute, honestly. Even the mom's cute. Yeah, no, it's good.
I like the yellow one the best.
We only met the first one in episode 1. Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, that one's not the one that really turns me on the most, if I'm being honest. It's that one's just got like a bow.
It's a simple one.
Two bows. It's got a bow on its head and a bow around its neck. That's cute. All right. Nice.
It's super pink and sparkly. Yeah. Mewkledreamy.
Jesus, I'm trying to take in the sheer amount of stars and hearts on this screen.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So
I guess we're on to our last show.
Yes, I told you this was going to be a short one. Oh no. Yeah. A second to last actually.
Okay, you're going to cover that. Okay.
Yeah. So, but we also watched Gleipnir.
Gleipnir.
How is Gleipnir not an Ace Combat boss? Like the Gleipnir squadron? You have no idea how accurate that is. Because there's an Onfir and there's a Grabark. So Gleipnir just sounds like a comedy. Anyways,
look, man. I'm telling you, I've been enjoying the romantic alphabet for a long time now. I've been enjoying the romantic language and all of its derivatives for a hot minute. Never once did I think to myself, Gleip.
Never occurred to me. Yeah, it's like discovering a new element.
Yeah, it's like, whoa.
Holy shit, this is unstable. Gleipnir has a half-life of 3 milliseconds.
That's a lot of sounds that I don't necessarily think need to go together.
Sounds like an onomatopoeia. It sounds like onomatopoeia for fucking slapping a baby across the face.
Gleipnir. Really gotta work that one over in your palate.
Yeah, maybe Gleipnir. I don't know. That'd be even wilder almost. Manga adaptation by Pine Jam. They did Just Because and Gamers. Mm-hmm. I had heard this one is like porny. Mm-hmm. It looks like Taboo Tattoo. And also you could tell it's just gonna be like edgy right off the bat.
Of course.
But main character is this Harry Potter looking ass guy, and the music is this Persona sounding ass music.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
And he's hanging out in class for the first part, and he looks at a girl's panties, and he gets called an ecchi baka or whatever. But he's got the beast. He has the beast inside. He has it growing, festering inside him.
It's gonna explode.
Yeah.
From
and he there's a girl in a burning shed he finds at night, and he turns into his power that he doesn't understand is he turns into a big mascot, big baggy cat mascot or dog or something. And he whines like a fag a lot before he saves this girl from this fire for like 5 minutes. He's like doing introspection about why he has this power while she's just sitting amongst all these flames,
inhaling smoke and
and he's
suffocating.
just standing right there doing absolutely nothing for 5 minutes. And then even though this building has a gigantic opening in the front, like one of the walls is literally just not there because it's like a shed, it's like a garage.
Why does he like those? What the fuck does he bash?
He punches a hole in the wall. It's nothing in this show is thought through for even a second. It's amazing, actually, how
this
many.
This is gonna be a Netflix hit.
That hole he punches represents all the logic in this show. Like, and then he sets her down, and he's just standing there, and then he almost assaults her, and it's like, bro, just leave. And then somehow, even though he's sitting there contemplating for 18 minutes, he somehow left his phone there. And then the girl he saved starts to like blackmail him as if this picture she took of him in this suit, in this furry suit, is going to like reveal something to anyone and ruin his life.
How are people going to understand that that's him?
How are they going to know it's him? How are they going to know it's real? How are they going to know it's supernatural? How? And her name is Claire.
This isn't fetishy enough.
That too, sure.
This is like, okay. Like, all right, you're going to do a show where your protagonist in the first episode is getting blackmailed, which I, first of all, probably could have gotten blackmailed for the whole panty thing. Like, that
would have been, that was an angle that could have been taken.
And, like, that would have been, like,
she could have gotten his angle. She could have snuck a picture at that moment, and that would have made her clever, and that would have made her a character.
And then you get a lot more fetish stuff out of that, which is really what I want, I think.
I want more humiliation, sexual humiliation.
Yeah, sexual humiliation.
I want his boner coercion. To be coming out of the suit at all times, and he can't help it.
Yeah. Honestly, though, because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, maybe some twisted, sadistic sex stuff would be interesting.
I'd be more interested in this,
rather than this like weird kind of suit metaphor thing, which I don't find to be interesting at all. This edgy mascot character looking ass with the perma grin.
Wasn't there just a show where there were phones and there's a guy in an animal suit, whatever it was called, last season? So he goes to Claire's house, and then an assassin shows up, and he beats the assassin. But the assassin wants this coin that Claire has that does something, and there are other suit users or whatever. This is such fucking garbage, but it's like it looks kind of nice. It seems like they got the most bottom of the barrel source material they could possibly find and like tried to elevate it, and it just can't. It can't be brought up to any sort of acceptable level. They tried to give it style or a style, I guess.
Yes, I agree.
But it stinks.
You got to make it. I guess it's just nobody. Like if it was genuinely fucked up, it wouldn't be marketable. Which would be way more interesting as if like it was genuinely uncomfortable. Because I just go back to the panty thing because that's a bold decision.
What if he just slurped on her pussy like a dog for 5 minutes? You know.
Well, and he wasn't in control in that moment, but it's an action that he's had. You know, it's something that he's done that can't be taken back, and then the rest of the show, this is looming over him, which would be twisted and interesting. And I've seen stuff like that come out of Japan before. A Snake of June, that's a movie about twisted sexual relationships and shit. And I think that's a fascinating thing, but it's not for that audience. So why do you even include the panty thing then? Then you're almost like kind of downplaying it. or like does she's aware of the fact that that happened, and she's not going to do anything with that already? Because you're right, the logic in the show is completely fucked. I shouldn't even be
There's
caring. But
none. No, it's
yeah,
like, but like having no logic is fine if there's a hook, and the
hmm
hook is that he has a strange power, and the power isn't even cool.
no, it's actually hyper lame.
Yeah, and uh, and the other person's power is also
Oh,
lame.
it's way worse.
Yeah, it's just a weird,
It
dumb,
would
furry
be if they
shit.
were all dumb fursuits, but there's no coherency.
Yeah, no, yeah, she just has claws and like weird stubby arms. It's ugh.
That's something that really bothers me is when there's no stylistic consistency between things that are supposed to be of the same vein.
Yeah,
You
totally.
know, that's I'm not going to talk about Call of Duty right now.
Oh
Okay.
Christ,
Anyway, uh,
that's a weird thing to bring up.
well, okay. Games that are free to play but have like uh, uh, um, the free to play elements for your premium items. I'm a little drunk right
Free
now.
to
Uh,
free to
your
pray.
you've
You
you
said
know
free
like
to pray, and I'm a little drink right now. Within
uh
5 seconds.
premium items and loot boxes and stuff. There's no coherency to any of them. They all look like they came from different places, and I don't know
Are there wild
why.
designs in Call of Duty? I haven't seen anything besides
No, they're
like.
just all ugly and stupid, and they
Oh
look like
sure, there's like
yeah.
weird
And
colored camo and stuff.
like, why don't you give me like a bunch of thematically coherent things? Why does this girl have to have a completely different power than he does, even though they're going to do the same thing, which is fight? Why can't they both? Why doesn't she have a cat suit? Why
Yeah,
doesn't she
no,
have?
I don't. I don't know. I don't. I just don't know.
What, you're lazy? Is it laziness? like
Well, I mean, I
do you
guess
just?
his power has to be like different, right? So his is dorky. I guess that's the angle that it's trying to go for.
But they could still have more streamlined suits that are still in this vein. I don't know.
He's like
What do I
Danny
know?
Phantom. He can't control it, so his is out of control, and it's a big old suit where he could make it different. I don't know.
He's a phantom.
He is a phantom. Yeah, Jesus, man, that one's rough. And the last thing I watched that put me to sleep this afternoon, which is why his podcast was late, is called Shachou Battle no Jikan Desu. Was not excited by this title.
Ugh.
President, it's time for battle. This is an online free-to-play RPG by Kadokawa, being animated by C2C. They did M3, The Dark Metal,
Uh,
and Suka Suka, which people liked. This is an isekai about a guy who lives in a place called Gate-pia. Off to a great start, because there's gates opening up everywhere. And it starts off, he's walking through. He's got like a ponytail. He looks weird. He's meeting his childhood friend Eutoria, and he meets up with her, and he thinks she might be going to confess, but she asks him to be her company's president. They got like a scouting party, a company, because fantasy world, but they're all like businesses. They got sponsors or whatever. The character designs all look like a huge ripoff, but I can't tell where from. It might be Arrow Manga Sensei or something. So the first episode is just them trying to convince him to become the prez, and they go on this like test run, beating monsters, doing a quest or something, and he helps someone out along the way, showing that he's altruistic. He collects a flower for someone who wants one, and then I fell asleep. But I think the rest of the episode kind of goes like that. I think he probably becomes president because this show is called The President.
are they going for a trap thing with this main character?
No, he's just a dude.
Just a dude, but he got a ponytail. Hold on, let me get a look at this guy.
Yeah.
Guy's name's Minato. Come on.
Sure.
Come on.
He doesn't sound like a girl. No one thinks he's a girl.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. You got the ponytail. He's cute looking.
Sure.
All right. You didn't like this, huh?
I fell
it's not about
asleep.
whether or not you like it or not. It's more of just yeah, you fell asleep during it.
I mean, I couldn't even think of anything to write. It was nothing. It was so nothing. It was just people introducing each. It was like him meeting these other girls who are also boring, like his friends, and then they go on they go in a dungeon quest, whatever.
Boy,
it was.
So we've liked one thing this season so far.
Oh man.
And I don't even think we're being particularly harsh.
It's getting rough. Yeah.
I really don't think we're being overly harsh at all or overly critical. I just think that we've really been dealt a fucking raw hand here, huh?
Yeah. Oof. Hey, as always, fall. At least we get to pick the shows next season, maybe. Yeah, thanks. I don't know. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Fuck, we'll see you in the third part. I don't know. I don't have anything going on. I've been sitting around all day. I slept for fucking like 18 hours.
What kind of bread should I make next? I got a sponge going. Should I make more focaccia? Should I make
some nanner bread?
I don't have any bananas.
Okay. How about?
I got lemons. Is there like a lemon bread?
Of course, yeah. Lemon bread with you can do poppy seeds or sesame seeds.
I don't have anything. Why do you think? Why I'm not going out? Like,
okay, look. I'm just saying. I've seen lemon bread in these. Yeah,
lemon bread sounds fucking. Oh, that sounds good. I could make like an icing with confectioner's sugar and milk. Ooh.
Oh yeah. I'm seeing icing on this lemon bread.
It's like it's like one of those cakey breads, like pound cake. Oh.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh my dude! Tomorrow.
Ooh. Nice, dude. That sounds awesome. I wish
eggs,
you
sugar.
Make all this great food. I wish I lived near you so I could enjoy the spoils of your labor.
Yeah, I need to bring people bread that I make. I just finished that sourdough I made like a week or whatever ago.
Did you bring your mom any of your bread?
It wasn't great, so I'm gonna wait till next one.
There you go.
So, also I'll make her like her own loaf, so I don't like touch it or anything, because we're supposed to be.
Of course.
So I'll make her like one that's not fucking gigantic.
Look at Obama about to fucking snarf this frozen ice.
Some Italian. I remember that one. Yeah, that's one of the few unflattering ones. He's about to unfurl his jaw. He's about to like the lizard he is.
He's about to
he's about to go reptile mode and just eat that entire thing, paper cup and all.
Which, to be fair, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, no, I would do that. I would. I want to see a picture of Obama eating Dippin' Dots. Is that Malia down there?
Nobody eats fucking Dippin' Dots.
I've eaten Dippin' Dots on multiple occasions.
Let me get a look at these Obama daughters.
Uh-oh. Daughters.
Right. How old are the daughters?
Malia is like 22 or something at this point, I think.
Let me get a look at this. Malia and Malia. Okay, so
maybe
Malia is 22 and 19. Okay, we're in the clear. All right, let's get a look.
They're kind of trashy. I don't know.
What? Trashy?
I don't know. They're always like smoking weed and stuff.
What? I have no ground to stand on there.
I wouldn't want a bitch to be smoking that.
Oh, they're pretty cute. I don't know.
Malia, they're not cute. Ugly. Yeah, no, totally. I was thinking today about remember how the weed in our hometown. Remember how we lived in such a white bread town that the weed here was identical to 70s weed if you Google 70s weed.
70s space weed because it was all like trim and stuff.
Oh, it looked like seaweed. It was all like dark green and there was fucking. I can't believe
it got us high.
It was like it was strong, but it was like whoever was growing it in our town didn't care about aesthetics at all, so it hadn't changed at all since the 70s. That was so funny.
Yeah, it was good stuff. It was
it worked. Yeah, it's just the way it looked was hilarious. There were like, weren't there seeds sometimes? Everything.
Of course. Yeah, sometimes you'd hear a little crackle, little popping noise.
Like vines on it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was good stuff. I don't know. I don't even know if I want that like super fucking dank Cali weed, because this is forever ago. I was reading up on it. I'm like, when I was super baked, I'm like, can weed cause brain damage? Because of course, and obviously not. But apparently, when you like start to get like the super high THC strains, or if you're doing dabs all the time, you can actually start to have long-term memory loss.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, what else? What else is Obama smacking down on in these images? Oh, it's got a
What's
pretzel
Obama?
bun.
My Tumblr blog. What's Obama snacking on?
Yeah. I miss being able to go to restaurants. That's one of the best places. One of the best parts about the city I live in is that there's just a lot of great food. Here's Barack Obama, a portrait of Barack Obama eating pussy. If you're interested in that.
Okay, well,
there you are.
I don't know if I can put this on the stream. Oh well, that's tame enough, but I'm not gonna risk it.
There it is.
Yeah. Yep. That's the art style I expected there.
But yeah, I miss all of the. There's great halal food. I miss halal because it's super cheap and savory.
Bread, nothing but bread now.
No, that basically, yeah. I ate a loaf of bread in 2 days again.
Hell yeah. The bread machine loaves are pretty small, aren't they?
I'm out of tortillas, which is fucked because
those are easy to make.
So many beans, and I don't have lard.
You can use butter, I'm sure, or just regular oil.
Yeah. I don't. I might just go to the grocery store.
You got any Crisco? You can use that.
Of course not. I don't have Crisco.
Yeah.
Bro. I need to just go drop $150 at the grocery store and get like 5 pounds of ground beef. I'm thinking about making chili. I think chili is the thing I'm going to make.
Yeah, I bought one of the. I bought 6 pounds of beef. I got most of that still frozen up. That's good.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do. I might try making some chili without beans.
Yeah, that's fine.
Which I'm a bean chili guy personally, but like, it fills me up too fast. I find like I'll eat a half a bowl and I'm stuffed, and I really want to eat a lot of beef really fast.
That's nice.
So I think chili is in my future. I'll buy 2 of those 5-pound tubes of beef or whatever. And then their life will not go on for another month anyway. So I don't know.
I'm gonna do a job tomorrow, I guess. So we'll see.
Yeah,
how that
you
goes.
do.
Well, I'll talk about that next time. Let's shoot for let's maybe do like Wednesday.
Wednesday would be great.
Okay, well.
Wednesday would be great.
Thanks, everybody.
Love you.
We'll see you next time.
I love you so much.
Here's that Final Fantasy song. So get ready for the copyright strike. Final Fantasy 13-2.
Castle up with the greens and let him go. Stand back, stand clear as he puts on the show. So cute yet fierce and safe from hell. I can't tell yet, I don't even want to know. So you want to be a trailblazer.
Listen to those blast beats.
So you think you can ride this chocobo? Got chocobo, watch it and I'm on the show.